This episode is sponsored by Aura.
Let's talk about data breaches. You know how creepy it is to get ads that are like way targeted?
It's absurd. I literally got a text the other day and it just said, "Hello, Oliver. How are you today?" I'm like, I don't know you. How do you know my name? What's happening?
I sometimes respond and I'm like, who is this? And they're like, nah.
They're like,
they don't
"No,
respond back at
no."
all. Yeah. I also get like weird Instagram ads, things like that. It's so weird. And the thing is, like, these data brokers, they have your full name, your address, your email, and your health records. And they sell it all for like $1, dude. Quick dollar.
Honestly, so that's why I started using Aura. It's like a superhero for your privacy. It's great. It's amazing. It scans the dark web for your information that's being sold, and then bam, automatically opts you out of those shady websites, so you don't get those really creepy messages that I definitely don't like. You get less spam, and that's just the beginning. Like, having your info out there makes you a target for hackers who could also just crack into your social media, bank accounts, and the whole nine.
Really? Huh. Well, you know, the thing is with Aura, they go above and beyond just privacy, though. They also have VPNs, they also have antivirus, and they have a password manager, like, you know, someone that doesn't forget.
What?
They even have parental controls and identity theft insurance. It's all pretty good. And not only that, it just keeps it simple instead of all those different apps that you have to download and stuff like that.
It's really, really annoying. But look, I know you might already have some of these figures covered, but think of it like this. Aura has 24/7 security. That's like the whole week and then some hours. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's like all the hours.
Yeah, that's all the hours.
It's basically a 24/7 security guard working tirelessly in the background so you can browse, game, and stream with a peace of mind.
It's honestly one of the best services, guys, especially for different things. Instead of all the malware protection, you get your own VPN service, all that stuff in one.
You get VPN?
And VPN, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So honestly, with all that, you can get it's all for an affordable price too. But if you guys want to try it out, you guys can go to aura.com/nerdlocker and you guys can get a 2-week free trial to try it out and see exactly how it is. It's going to change everything for you guys. It was crazy how much of my stuff was on the dark web.
Less spam.
It's so much on the dark web, guys. They have all the information that you can even think of. Like, just do yourself a favor, make your online life a lot easier with aura.com/nerdlocker. Down below, get a 2-week free trial.
2-week free trial, huh?
Yep.
I like
14 days.
14 whole. Yeah, you got 14 fingers over there?
10 and 4. 14.
That's not 4. You just did this.
Pick number 3, my lord.
Are we in focus?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in focus. Are you in focus?
I don't know. I can't see it on my glasses.
Yeah, you're in focus.
Okay, great. What?
Hey guys, welcome to Nerd Locker Podcast, your entertainment podcast where we break down the latest in movies, television, video games, and more. My name is Adam.
And I think I'm Oliver still.
And guys, it's been a minute. It has been a minute. You have seen a lot of our episodes, but they were all pre-recorded. We took a month off. We are back now. We still are going to have some kind of a spotty schedule until Agatha All Along starts and The Penguin. Fun fact I do want to bring up, I don't know if you knew, but guys, Headpool, that was in the Deadpool movie, was voiced by Nathan Fillion.
No way.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Aw.
So
He's so cute there. Leave him there.
yeah. But yeah, guys, so we're here just going to go over a couple different things just so we can catch up a little bit on what we missed on the past month. So the first thing, something came out today, which was the Sonic 3 trailer, which we watched recently. It has Shadow with a confirmation that Keanu Reeves is voicing Shadow.
Right.
So it looks super cool. I know you're a little bit behind. You watched the first one, though, right?
I did watch the first one, yeah.
You just haven't watched the second or
Correct.
Knuckles, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can catch up pretty soon because that's not until
December.
December. Yeah. So we have 4 months-ish.
Damn,
3
dude.
to
That's
4
kind of
months.
wild to think about that December's 4 months away.
Yeah. So we watched the trailer. I'm actually pretty excited for this. We get to see a more game accurate version of Robotnik with Jim Carrey coming back.
I know.
And he's also playing his own grandfather, which kind of goes into the game lore, which is kind of cool. So this is one of the
Pretty
games
neat.
I actually do know good amount, guys. So
It's
when
pretty
we do
neat.
talk about Sonic, we will review Sonic 3 when it comes out. We'll probably do a recap of Sonic after he watches all of like the franchise so far. But some other things that I wanted to bring up. So, well, before we get into that, real quick, how excited are you? 1 out of 10 out of for Sonic 3.
I'm more excited now. I feel like I'm more inclined to watch it now because I enjoyed the new trailer.
Mm-hmm.
With Sonic 2, I was like, that's cool. But like with Sonic 3, now I'm like, okay.
Yeah, like the shadows.
They're like they're really digging in here.
Yeah, and Keanu's gonna kill it.
And it kind of kills it with a game franchise to like movie adaptations right now. It seems like animation's like the way to go. Because I do want to touch on Borderlands for a little bit before we end.
Yeah.
In terms of that whole genre, but it seems like we're on Sonic 3. That's like 3 movies plus a TV show, right?
Plus a TV show and 4's already been.
And 4's, and then Mario was super successful as well.
Yeah. But
So,
I mean, this compared to Mario though, because this is definitely more like what do you call it? Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Mm-hmm. It's definitely more on that.
Yeah. Mixed in with live action animation.
Yeah. So I think they have a niche. They have a franchise. They're good.
Right.
So
Did you watch Looney Tunes Back in Action with Brent?
Yeah.
Dude,
what would you say out of 10?
I'm gonna say out of excitement, I'm like at a 7.
I would say I'm at like a 6 to 7 maybe. I'm very excited for Shadow. I'm excited that Keanu Reeves is gonna play him. I just hope he has more lines than what I know they probably wanted to show very little in the trailer, but I do hope he has enough lines to like really go through.
Agreed.
Yeah. So some other things I want to we'll brief on some other big news, guys, in the next episode. But for right now, one thing I want to say is coming up this year, we have Agatha All Along next month, guys, as well as the Penguin. And then we're supposed to apparently get towards the end of this year the Spider-Man animated show starting, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I don't know if we'll review it, guys, but we'll definitely at least talk about the first episode, if not the series as a whole. And then after that, coming out in theaters, we will be watching next week Beetlejuice, and then after that we will have
Wicked is coming up, right?
Wicked on November 22nd, and then Moana 2 on November 27th.
So it's going to be a little bit busy.
And then after that, the only other show that should be starting, or 2 shows that are starting in December, Skeleton Crew and Creature Commandos. So depending on when that releases in the release schedule, we'll see how we review those going forward. So those are some things for you guys to look forward to. Another thing I wanted to bring up real fast is that we reviewed it. And it's a thing I want to bring up. The Acolyte was canceled.
Yeah.
So, guys, we're not getting any more of what the hell
I think
that was.
That was fine.
Darth Plagueis.
Yeah, we're fine.
Seen and gone. I think it's not about being fine with it being one season. It's being fine with them leaving so many.
It'll leave a lot of unanswered questions, but do we want those questions answered?
Yes.
Nah.
Yes. I want more of Chimere's backstory. I want to know what the hell's going on there.
But they're not going to sell Chimera in like a second season.
They could have.
I don't think so. Because I feel like there's also the other half. You have to fight that people that are invested in the twins. And there's the other half that people aren't invested in the twins, which I think are the least developed character in this.
I just think it was a very expensive show and they just couldn't do it anymore. That's what I think.
I think just people just didn't like it. It's Disney. There's no expensive shows.
No, there is. That's the thing. There was a lot of talk about how this was probably more of an expense because each episode costs about the equivalent to like what one movie would be for them. So like doing 8
do we
episodes
think
of
that,
doing
that do we think then maybe they'll just make a movie instead of like another TV show?
No, but they might bring those characters back in a different plot line somewhere down the road.
Okay. They're preserved.
Yeah.
So
I'm disappointed. I feel like we could have gotten more, but we can't really stop. We'll see what the fans end up doing. And then another thing coming from Marvel or the Disney side, but on Marvel side, James Spader is going to return as Ultron in the new Vision series.
Right.
So I guess we'll see if it's. I don't know if it's going to be. It's probably going to be flashbacks more than likely.
You think so?
I don't think it's going to be anything more than that. I think it's going to be flashbacks, or maybe something in his like
psyche type thing, yeah,
kind of thing. And then last 2 things I want to bring up. The first one is reports have rumor, guys, we already talked about it, but RDJ's Doctor Doom will be part of the Fantastic Four universe. From the Pedro Pascal, like, different.
Yeah.
So that's already apart from the 616 guy. So this Doctor Doom will not be 616 Doctor Doom, but an alternate universe Doctor Doom coming into interactions with 616. Which brings me to my next point, which is, speaking of multiverse, we now got confirmation of Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland will be another multiverse story. So what do you think of that?
I feel like we're going into a lot of multiverse stuff.
But that's what people want, right?
Yeah, it's not even just what people want, but it's what we have to finish off. Okay. And there was a lot of talk about, like, after Doomsday or something like that, that all movies are going to be taking place.
I think your battery's dying, dude.
No, it's not. It just doesn't have bar showing.
Oh, weird.
So,
okay.
Going into, like, I guess after Doomsday, apparently every movie is going to be set in Battle World, no matter what movie it is. So even if it's Thor 5, it's going to be set in Battle World because it's after Doomsday when the things collide. So we'll see where Spider-Man 4 lines up with that.
Okay.
I think what it's going to do is probably deal something out of the Venom stuff because we've already gotten a lot of talk about how the beginning and the end, or anything but the beginning and end of the new Venom verse, or Venom movie will be in the Venom verse, but the beginning and the end are going to take place in the MCU. So it's like, that means he's going to go back to it. So I think that's where we're getting to this kind of thing where, like, all the Sony stuff's going to merge together. We're also going to get rid of Sony as we've already got rid of Fox. This is going to be very, very exhausting, guys, because we're going to try to cover as much as we can for this. But, like, at this point, I feel like I'm just more looking forward to the movies just whenever they release. This whole figuring out where things are shifting has been a lot, and, like, I know these rumors are coming out from leaks and people want to know leaks, but at the same time, like, I'm getting a little overwhelmed myself with all of the shifts as leaks. Like, the shifts are going to happen in production, that's no matter what, but, like, unless it's big casting announcements and stuff like that, why do I care? Because we knew that it was either going to be multiverse or grounded for Spider-Man 4, because if you already touch the multiverse, you can stay with it. And I don't think it's going to be a multiverse where, like, we get both Peters back. I think we're going to get one. I think if we get anything, we'll get more Tom Holland and Andrew. And I think Toby's going to show up for, like, Secret Wars and shit.
Okay, that makes sense.
I think that he's going to be one of those people that kind of falls into the Blade, Elektra, older generation kind of heroes.
I mean, they're...
Yeah. And then one other thing I want to bring up before we go, guys. I don't know if you saw it. Ryan Reynolds just released a high-quality deleted scene where he said, in the quote, he's like, if you look close enough at the end in the post-credit scene of Deadpool, you can see this on one of the screens, but it's Gambit walking amongst everyone in the void, and he looks up, and in his eye you can see a portal is opening up
to let him through,
which is now confirmation that we're probably gonna get Gambit into the MCU, or at least into the Fox universe. So at least someone opened up a portal, whether it had been Wong trying to get him, Deadpool somehow finding a sling ring or held onto it or something, or Doctor Strange and the Incursions bringing him in. So no matter what, someone thinks he's important enough to bring him back.
That's neat.
So we are definitely going to see Channing Tatum Gambit it back again, at least.
Tatum.
That, plus we also know Daphne Keene's X-23 is in the Fox universe, so she'll come into Secret Wars as well. The only two we don't know is Elektra and Blade, but I have a very funny feeling at least Blade is going to be back.
Blade's going to come back.
I think Elektra, she'll probably be out, or she'll get killed off real quickly, or, like, they'll say, like, oh, she got killed off screen kind of thing.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I think Blade's
I don't think Jennifer Garner's coming back, but then again, she's sharing a lot on social media, so who knows? Maybe these are the legacy characters that stay on for a while, whether it be in different ways, shapes, and form, until we get to the end of Secret Wars. So we might see Elektra pop up in a different property. Maybe she pops up in Daredevil Born Again, or maybe Blade pops up in the Blade movie, just to, like, pass off the baton kind of thing. So we'll see where we go with that.
That would be interesting.
But other than that, though, we will be back, guys, next week when we talk about a couple more things. And then the episode after that should be Beetlejuice. So we will be talking about that as well.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting.
So until then, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitch as the Sphere 21, and any other social media platform except for TikTok. I'm Oliver Khan VA.
And you can find me at Amore Photography. You can find this studio at Archangel Studios Official. And you can find this podcast at Nerd Locker Podcast. And join us next week when we talk about all things Tampa Bay Comic Con. If you guys haven't seen the vlog, we'll talk more about it.
Yeah, we'll touch on it.
Bye, guys.
Oh, shit. I forgot to talk about Borderlands. We'll touch on that, too.
Yeah, okay. Bye.
Bye.